Leading off green is Ambuscade. 2 and a green for an instant at common. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls.
Huh. So it's a fight card.
Yep.
+1/+0 until end of turn. Three mana fight card. I don't think I like it.
It's not as good as we've seen in the past.
It is an instant.
Yeah, so you can... Interesting. So they declare attacks, and you cast this, get rid of one of their creatures.
So yeah, if you're in combat and you've blocked something that you're going to not quite kill, or if they block with something that you're not quite going to kill, then you can play this on your creature, take out something with lower power and toughness, and then also kill their creature, so you're getting a 2 for 2, maybe? I don't know. It's super hinky. We've already seen that things that don't give toughness, like fights that don't give toughness, are not as good as something like what am I thinking of? +1 counter fight. You know what I mean. You all out there know what I mean. I don't think this is good. I think it looks good, but it's not going to be good.
Yeah, I don't think so. Hopefully there's better in green.
If I end up with one in my deck, I don't think I'm going to be unhappy, but I'm not going to pick this highly.
No.
I don't think it does enough. Also, it's interesting that they call it Ambuscade, I bet, because ambush was already taken.
Yeah.
It means the same thing. It means ambush.
Yeah.
Ambush is a red card, though. Alright.
Beneath the Sands. 2 and a green for a sorcery at common. Search your library for a basic land. Put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Cycle 2.
Okay. That's a little expensive, especially when you're only getting a basic. What do you think?
If you need it because you are splashing, or you didn't get great fixing and you're concerned about double or triple color cards, I think it's fine. It cycles for 2. I want something better, but it's like that, oh god, I really hope I find Evolving Wilds is better, but yeah, I think it's fine.
So yeah, I'm going to play this if I'm splashing, and I'm going to call it unplayable in all other scenarios, I guess. I just imagine cycling it for 2 and drawing into a land anyway.
Yeah.
Like, oh, sweet. I gotta cast it for 1 less mana.
Yeah.
Boo.
That's sad.
It does put the land onto the battlefield tapped rather than into your hand, which is something, I guess, but it's just not really what I want to do on 3 mana.
I think I'd call this emergency fixing.
Yeah, and no, I don't really care for it.
Gift of Strength. 1 and a green for an instant at common. Target creature gets +3/+3 and gains reach until end of turn.
I like that.
Oh boy, howdy.
+3/+3 for 2 mana. So this used to be Giant Growth, and then it was Titanic Growth, which gave +4/+4, and now I guess it's +3/+3 and some irrelevant ability, unless, it's relevant, in which case it's really relevant.
Considering all the flyers running around this format, I think it's going to be relevant a fair amount of the time. So
this doesn't untap the creature. Like, look at Spidery Grasp from Amonkhet. Gave +2/+4, untapped the creature, and gave it reach. For 3 mana. This is 2 mana.
Sure, but it gives you another point of
power.
It's
true.
So yeah, I still think I would run one. Absolutely.
I would absolutely run one. This is going to be the combat trick that I'm looking for.
I'm not going to pick it early. It's a common.
Yeah. Mid to late pack, I'd say. Okay.
Life Goes On. 1 green for an instant. I'm getting distracted by the flavor. I'm like, ooh, this looks like it could be part of the story. For an instant at common, you gain 4 life. If a creature died this turn, you gain 8 life instead.
Huh. 4 life for 1 mana, eh? If a creature died, so if a god, because they're standing around Ronis there. So if a creature died, you gain 8 life for 1 mana. That seems good. You know where I'm playing this?
With the horse?
With the horse.
Yeah.
And in no other case am I playing this.
Yeah.
It's a pure life gain spell. It doesn't even draw you a card. Like, the reason that Renewed Faith was so good was because you could cycle it if you wanted to. Like, it was, what was it, 1 mana or 2 mana, gain 6 life, or gain 2 life and draw a card? That was fine.
Yeah.
This doesn't do that, and I don't think it's good enough to play.
Yeah, it's not great.
But if I happen to have the horse, I'm going to pick up, 2 or 3 of these and then laugh.
Yeah. Nissa's Defeat. Oh, poor Nissa. 3 and a green for a sorcery at uncommon. Destroy target forest, green enchantment, or green planeswalker. If that permanent was Nissa planeswalker, draw a card.
So I'm wondering about this card for other formats. Destroy a forest can target multi-lands, in Vintage or in Modern.
Yeah, it could become a stronger sideboard card.
But as 3 mana is a little expensive for that too. I don't know. So it's another sideboard card. The green enchantments are the enchantments that you care about mostly. Although blue enchantments might
No,
be
the
too.
white ones are pretty strong.
The removal-based enchantments, yeah.
And the black curses.
Yeah, that's fair.
I haven't seen any green enchantments that I care about yet.
Destroy target forest? Basically, I'm only boarding this in if I see a Nissa.
Yeah.
So this is going to go absolute last pick in the pack, I think.
Yep. Everyone's going to end up with 6 of them.
Yeah.
Overcome. 3 green for a sorcery at uncommon. Creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain trample until end of turn.
Oh, what does that remind you of?
Overrun, sort of.
It does look like an overrun. So Overcome, is it overrun? Well, it does a pretty good impression of it. It's not +3/+3, but it is +2/+2
And trample.
for 5 mana. I think that's just good enough. I think we play that.
Just barely ekes its way in, yeah.
I like +2 and trample is enough.
When you add the trample, for me, it kind of takes away the fact that it's a sorcery.
Well, these cards should be sorceries.
Yeah.
They're just absolutely busted if they're instant speed. So, where do you pick it, though?
Mid-pack?
Mid-pack?
If I'm in green, yeah.
I think I'm a little earlier than that. I think I'm early to mid-pack, so pick, 4, 5, or 6. I have to know that I'm in green, but as soon as I know that I'm in green, I know I want one of these.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Hour of Promise. 4 and a green for a sorcery at rare, our first rare. Search your library for up to 2 land cards. Put them, land cards, not basics. Put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Then, if you control 3 or more deserts, create 2/2 black zombie creature tokens.
Okay, so 5 mana, get 2 lands. That's really not what I want to do.
Nope.
If I'm getting the 2 zombies, which if I have 2 deserts in my library, I can go and get them. 5 mana make 2 2/2s and ramp myself.
And
That's
you have
probably good enough.
But you also have to be running at least 3 deserts and have them on the battlefield or have
It's
them.
3 deserts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm playing this.
No. I mean, maybe. If I'm already in green, I would probably take it to speculate, but no, it's probably unplayable.
Yeah, I'm not playing
3
that.
deserts is a lot to ask for.
If it comes around end of pack 2 and I'm already in green and I already have a bunch of deserts that I'm planning on playing, I might add it to the deck, but I'm not picking it, that's for sure.
All right.
Ronis's Last Stand. Green, green for a sorcery at rare. Create a 5/5 green snake creature token. Lands you control don't untap during your next untap step.
So there's a lot of talk about this card. Mostly about how not good it is. And I disagree.
That's interesting, because when we first talked about this, maybe on the podcast, or maybe it was just together, I was like, yeah, I would probably play it. And you were like, oh, I don't know, green, green, and you get a 5/4 that gets removed really easily. And...
That wasn't me, that was Laura.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I like it. I think 5/4 on turn 3, attacking on turn 3, is good enough to make me not sad about not playing something else.
And even if you look at it for later game, you can cast more than one thing in a turn. You're getting a 5/4 and something else. A 5/4 for 2 is good.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first pick this, and then I'm going to take every ramp creature I can find. Now, we haven't seen many so far, but we're just starting green. Actually, no, that's not right. How many did we see in the creatures review?
There were a couple.
There were a couple. And there are more in Amonkhet. So it's going to be risky, but I'm going to try to pick up the Naga Vitalists in pack 3 if I take this and just go for it. I like it. Sure, it sucks that token can just get unsummoned and you're out an entire turn. But...
Sure, but things are fragile to remove. There's a really good removal in this set, considering the toughness on creatures. So any creature can get knocked down by something. So
if I'm up against blue, I probably side this out.
Yeah, I could see
But I would start it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's pretty sweet.
Attacking for 5 on turn 3 is worth not playing anything to me.
Mm-hmm, me too. Ooh, Uncage the Menagerie. This is our last card in green. It's green, green X for a sorcery at Mythic Rare. So, let's see. Search your library for up to X creature cards with different names that each have convert a mana cost X. Reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your library. Huh.
Okay, so X's 0 doesn't work. You just search for 0 cost things. Mm-hmm. But X is 1, you look for 1 drop. X is 2, you get 2 2-drops. X is 3, you get 3 3-drops. That's probably the sweet spot in limited. Like 5 mana, get 3 3-drops, which you probably have a lot of in your deck anyway. That's a draw 3. That seems fine to me. Even a draw 2 2-drops seems fine on turn 4 if that's what you're doing. Mm-hmm. I'm fairly happy with drawing 2 there, especially when I know their spells I'm going to cast next turn because I already have the 4 mana.
Sure.
What do you think?
Yeah, I could see a case to be made for that.
I'm definitely putting it in Commander deck.
Oh yeah.
X is 7. I'll go get my 7 7-drops. Oh, I only found 5 7-drops.
Oh no.
Oh well, I guess I'll put those in my hand.
Yeah.
And then, play them. Oh my.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not I'm not stoked about it. You still have to cast them.
I think it's exciting.
Yeah. Maybe it's just my lack of excitement around green as a color in general.
Okay. So I'm first picking this thing, but that's probably not right.
Don't do like Step does.
I mean, maybe it is. If there's not a good threat in the pack, then...
So you're first picking this, and then you're making sure that your curve is solid with multiple, multiple 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, so that you can get the best value out of this, correct?
2 drops and 3 drops.
Okay.
I would be casting this for 5. I would put this in my 5-drop slot, and I would make sure that I had 6 or 7 3-drop creatures in my deck. Now, they all have to have different names, but that's okay.
And you still only get to cast them when you have the mana to cast them.
Yeah.
So essentially all you're doing is making sure you have things to cast in your hand.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm the...
You're eh?
I'm not going to first pick this in pack 1.
Where would you pick it?
If I'm already in green,
All right, fair enough.
I might play it, but it doesn't do much for me.
Okay, so that's green. We're now going on to the multicolors.